Hey guys, Jamiy here today on Roblox. We're playing some more Pokemon Brick Bronze. As you can see on the screen right now for today's video, we're taking a look at Sawsbuck. Also, I've nicknamed it Reindeer because it is in my Christmas theme team as Reindeer compared to everyone just using the Stantler. Stantler would be fine because also it's a pretty bad Pokemon and it's not really the best thing in the world, but I kind of like Sawsbuck a lot. So here we are. So today I'm going to be showing you how I'm specifically running my Sawsbuck. I'll show you some other ways I could run it as well, but this is the set that I'm running right now. Although I do intend to run the other set that I have in mind, and I'll be telling you as well in today's video in the future when I get a Sun team. Because honestly, if you don't know Sawsbuck abilities, it has three pretty good ones actually. It has Chlorophyll, which also doubles your speed in the sun. Sap Sipper, when you get hit by a grass type move, your attack is boosted by 1 stage, so half of the Sword Dance. If you're not sure what 1 stage means, Sword Dance increases you by 2 stages. And its hidden ability is Serene Grace, which isn't really that useful to be honest on Sawsbuck. I don't really see any amazing moves that you can use for that, because also it just doubles like the chance of something. I mean, I'm looked at some of these moves. I can't exactly see anything that'll be worth using it for. I mean, I'm still trying to look, and I honestly have no idea what you could use that on. I mean, you can set up its own Sun a day if you really wanted to as well for that. But I'd suggest just run it on a Sun team like a Charizard Y. But yeah, I can't really see anything about for that. But anyway, today. Right now I'm going to be showing you my set that I have. So my set is obviously a Jolly nature. So I've gone for a Jolly, I've EV trained its speed and physical attack, which is also pretty good. Also the IVs are just maxed out on everything except from the special attack because I don't need special attack. But 100 on the physical attack and 95 on the speed is pretty good. The defenses are okay also, but it's not really meant to be living anything. Its typing is okay, but it is pretty bad also just defensively, like weak to ice, fire, fighting, like a lot of weaknesses, but it is immune to ghost, which is a pretty good thing that Reindeer has for the normal typing. So I mean that does add to it. So normal grass is kind of interesting. Also the main thing of this is just to come in, try and like set up and try and hit things as hard as possible and try and not take too much damage, because obviously it's fairly frail. Also, I gave it a life orb. You could run Sawsbuck off if you really want to, because obviously it is named after this Pokemon, but it's kind of gimmicky. Also, Sawsbuck doesn't work every time. I mean, sometimes in battles it just doesn't work in general, so it is a pretty risky play. But honestly, giving it to moves for Stab, Grass, and Normal, you can run multiple moves. Also, I have Horn Leech, mainly for health recovery, because there's no health recovery option. There is Synthesis, but honestly, if this thing is pretty frail, I don't feel like it's safe to come in and try and heal on something that could, even if it's like I know a Dunsparce, it could probably still do a ton of damage to us. So gotta be very careful about that. So I suggest just trying Sword Dance and then trying to like Horn Leech most of the Pokemon that it's neutral against, unless obviously you can hit it either with Return or Jump Kick. But if you are low in health, Horn Leech is definitely the way to go. Life Orb just to give me a little bit of 10% extra power, since also I'm not really adamant. And then also Horn Leech just for our recovery, only does 75, so you got to be 75 power, so you got to be careful about that. Return is going to be our hardest hitting move. Also, it is a 102 base attack when it is max friendship. If you want to run frustration, it's 102 max base attack if it has 0 friendship, like the lowest friendship you can have. It isn't its hardest hitting move that can potentially get. If you want to run something even harder hitting than Return, you can run Double Edge. That's a 120 base power move for normal, and it does get the stab increase as well, so it gets 1.5 times multiplier. So also Return goes from 102 to 153, and a Double Edge will go from 120 to 180. So it just depends, although you will have to take into consideration that Double Edge has recoil, and if it's already got a life orb on it and it's pretty frail, it doesn't really want that recoil to build up, because also that means you eventually need a Horn Leech. And if it's something against that you can't, that's going to resist it, like a Ferrothorn, Fortress, like you're just going to be able to get any health back from it. And then also since its main stab moves are Grass and Normal, Rock does resist Normal, although we can just hit it with Grass. Although for Steel type, Steel does resist Grass and Normal, so our last move could be something else. If you want to run Aromatherapy, that's still a pretty good move to run if you don't have the Aromatherapy on your team yet. Although because it isn't really that bulky, it's most likely going to die. and while you only get one aromatherapy off, so I don't really think it's worth it. So I give it Jump Kick to deal with the steel types that we can't touch with our stab moves, which also, if it does miss, it'll lose half of itself, so it is a fairly risky move, but it has 95% accuracy, so I mean, you're just kind of hoping that you just don't miss it. I mean, it is very risky, but yeah, also not really good against like steel bug types like Fortress. Is bulking the physical defense. Scissor, bulky again. We can't really hit it with stab because obviously Horn Leech is 4 times resisted, Return is 2 times resisted, Jump Kick is neutral. They're still very bulky. Low Durance, same thing. Like every still grass type can't exactly hit them really at all. So we're mainly gonna swap out. Plus, if we do go into a Scissor or a Scissor comes into us, it can just tank us for days and set up on his bullet punches to death, or even Pursuit Trap us if it really wanted to as well. So that's like the only problem with Reindeer. Gengar as well, can't really trust that at all. Also, Return doesn't hit it because it is immune to it. Jump Kick again, fighting, immune to it. Because the Gengar is a poison type, it also resists grass. So Gengar again, we can't really do too much. So poison types we do struggle with because also poison does resist fighting and grass. And then also if normal isn't going to be the best thing, because especially if I know. Like just another type, like I said, just Gengar, just to completely destroy it. So that's pretty much like the first set that you can run on Reindeer. The second set you can run on it, which I think if I quickly do some, which I'm going to actually quickly do some damage, like some speed rolls, and I'll be back in a second for like the second version of it, but I'm not going to really have anything on screen potentially. I'll have to see. Okay, then for the battle then, I'm only going to do one because that intro took quite a while. I mean, that was probably like 10 to 15 minutes, I have no idea, but we're going against Ride 28. I feel like his name seems familiar. Using a Heatran, so Jump Kick. For this one, we probably just have to just Horn Leech it for some XP, or we're going to be worried about that. It's Talking Spike and stuff like that. Swellow, Jolteon, I was going to say Ferrothorn, I'm glad it's not Ferrothorn. Actually, Ferrothorn would be better because of the Jump Kick, obviously, but Fortress, and then the Mega Salamander. So also, we can't speed that, and we don't have the Chlorophyll set. I could lead off with this, but I'm scared of the Gyro Ball. I think my best lead off would be this, but I don't have Flamethrower either. But I do have Earth Power, which can still hit very, very hard. Oh, I could actually just go for the Thunderbolt, but that might be a little bit predictable. So lead off with this. I'm predicting the Fortress lead off of the Stealth Rocks. I don't know. I have a Rapid Spinner and a Defogger, so that should be good. So there's the Fortress, like I just said. I could just Earth Power it. I feel like I want to Earth Power it. I'll Earth Power the first turn. I told you to change Sawsbuck to null Pokemon. Hey, I don't want to swap it to null Pokemon. Okay, so I should have Thunderbolted there. Unfortunately, it just didn't work for us there. It doesn't affect it. KLN. So what would he do in this situation? No idea. That's a good option, right? So actually, he could go for Earth Power himself, or he could go for the Burn Chance. He has 2 Steel types and 2 Flying types. Not really worth Toxin Spiking, because also they don't want Techno Slab Spiking really isn't a good option either. So I think just to Thunderbolt the first turn, predict that swap out, or just protect. He knows now that I'm going to Thunderbolt. He could go into his Jolteon now, but I don't really think it would, but I'm just going to go for Thunderbolt again. I mean, if he does go into the Jolteon, it'll be a weird swap out, because obviously, I mean, what is the Jolteon going to do? And plus, if it was fearing the Earth Power, he wouldn't do that. So Magma Storm is going to try and trap me in. There's a good amount of damage. Looks like it's a tanky set low, which means I can just hit it now with Earth Power. Although he should swap out into one of his flying types. Should have predicted it, but just in case it stays in, because obviously Thunderbolt won't take it down, I'm just going to Earth Power again. But Nidoqueen, I don't really know why I'm using it. It's not like that great, but I did want a ground type Pokemon in this team. Yeah, swapping out to the Salamence. I do have Ice Beam on this set as well, but obviously with this, it isn't that great. So I should have Thunderbolted. That could have got that Paralyzed chance. He's probably going to try and get his Mega off, so I kind of wish I had something for this, but I really don't. I mean, I have the Persian, but I have to send it out, and I don't really want to send it just out against this. I could actually, I'm going to save the Nidoqueen. Do I predict the return? I think Persian can tank like maybe 2 hits. Okay, it looks like he knows I have Ice Beam, so I'm going to just swap out. He's going to Mega Evolve. Obviously, he outspeeds me, so I definitely should have just Thunderbolted there, just for the damage. I mean, even if he did stay in, I mean, Thunderbolt might have got paralyzed, it might have paralyzed it, but yeah, too risky. I went for the Earth Power. probably should have known the upsword. I mean, that's kind of obvious. Earthquake, I can tank multiple of those on Persian. I can fake out this turn, but I think what I want to do is quickly just foul play it. Predicting that swap out, to be honest, he is going to swap out. Probably predicting that fake out and going to his fortress. So now we have taunt, so he could actually taunt this thing and then swap out instantly, but he might just go for the vault switch then. So taunt it really quickly. There's a taunt, so it can't go for the stealth rocks anymore. It's going to just vault switch out anyway. That's perfectly fine. I was going to stay in anyway, or just I wasn't going to stay in. I was going to just taunt it, just to set them up, and then just get out of there myself. So I mean, if he gets out, if he goes into another physical attacker, Persian just can tank it for days. So he's going back in to, should pull his fortress. He shouldn't have fortress. He just had that out. No. Okay, well, so now I could actually parting shot because I do outspeed it, and then I can go into my Crobat, which seems like an okay option as well. If I get down like 2 laser spikes, Heatrum's are going to instantly die, pretty much because it is a steel fire type. Just weak to spikes, to be honest. I'm pretty sure the effects based on that. So I'm going to go into the Crobat and predicting him to go for that Magma Storm again. Like what I'm going to do is going to U-turn out and see what I can do, because I'm pretty sure like this is going to do a ton, plus I'm trapped. Raven isn't going to do a ton. I could go for a Roost, but I don't think it's really worth it, so I'm just going to U-turn back out. He knows I can't really do anything, so he knows that he's just going to go for the Magma Storm again. So now what I could potentially do is absolutely nothing, because he's actually going to protect, so he's going to go for that extra layer of damage, so now he knows what I'm going to do. Sucks, but we're going to take it. That's still just a ton. I think it actually does more than leftovers, or sludge heals me, so he's going to go for that again most likely. So I could just get rid of Nido Queen right now, because also I don't really need it, because I do have Vanilla Earthquaker on my team. So I think I'm just going to get rid of the Nido Queen. We kind of want it on our team, but not if it's just going to... I mean, I'd rather not just give him another free swap out. So he's going to go into the Fortress again now. Interesting. So there's that. We actually can go into our... we actually have quite a few options. I'm going to go into the Nido Queen again. I want to just Thunderbolt it and just see if he might swap out, because also he knows I'm just going to Earth Power, which should destroy the Fortress. Should. That's a big should. So I'm going to go for the Thunderbolt. This is going to stay in. He stayed in. Ooh. Is that going to do a ton? Actually still does a ton. Stealth Rocks, he got them down. He can't Vault Switch. If he wants to swap out, he's going to have to take that. I could actually Ice Beam him if I really wanted to right now as well, but I'm just going to Thunderbolt again. He's most likely going to swap out into his Jolteon now, is what I would suggest, but also I didn't want to go for the Ice Beam just in case. Air Balloon again? No Air Balloon, so I guess actually I could have done that. Kind of predicting the Air Balloon. I'm going to go for an Ice Beam. He might Vault Switch out. I mean, he can't Vault Switch out, can he? I'm stupid. Okay, I was hoping I could tank that as well, but I can't. Okay, Jolteon's on the field. We have Metagross potentially to tank that. Sawsbuck could actually tank that. Shadow Ball can tank. Hidden Power Ice is going to hit us kind of pretty unfortunate, but yeah, we can go into Santa. I won't layer up those spikes, that'd be pretty nice, but Reindeer seems like our best option right now, but he should go into the Heatran predicting the Horn Leech or the Sword Dance, but then he could also predict the Sword Dance and go into the Salmons or the Swallow, which outspeeds us, so my best bet would probably just be to return it and just hope for the damage and the KO, which is a lot to take in. Okay, but this is a pretty bad matchups for us right now. Actually, we don't actually have a Z move on our team. We could actually run a Z move Sawsbuck. That wouldn't be too bad, but still. Return. I'm predicting the Salmons or the Swallow to come in, and for him to predict me to go for the Horn Leech or just a little bit of health back. So if I do the return, I just get more damage onto those two, since also they do resist grass. Salmons resisted by 4 times. Swallow resisted by 2 times. So for obviously for both of actually for Salmons and Swallow, my hardest hitting move for those two is the return. So I'm predicting one of those two to come out. Told you not to use Sawsbuck. I don't care. Okay, it's a PU Pokemon. I enjoy using it. I'm making sure that everyone knows that it's actually a pretty decent Pokemon, especially the Chlorophyll set. I'm not running it right now because I'm not too worried about having to run a freaking half damage. I mean, you told us not to use a Sawsbuck, okay? We just did half damage to a Salamence. We're gonna say now, we can actually go into the Persian. Can you go into the Crobat at some point to try and stop that? I could actually give up the Sawsbuck right now, but also Persian can tank it and just go for the foul play, but he could potentially just take us out now. Let's go into the Persian. I'm predicting him to go for the return. So obviously it's a flying type when it uses it. So he should go for the return. I was actually going to go for the roost. Interesting. Completely forgot someone guessed that, but that's fine. Let's go for the... I could actually predict the swap out. Going to passing shot for the Jolteon to come back out, but I'll play it. Should do around like just over half. He should swap out low. He's going to swap out. Not into the Swallow, probably Toxic Pegs. That's like taunt bait right there, so I am just gonna taunt it. I actually kind of want to go into Crow Battle at the same time. I guess I'll just parting shot, because he could actually go for the Toxic Spikes or the Toxic, or I could go for the Scalds. I'm not really too worried about the Toxic Spikes going for something just devastating. It could actually predict me doing this and just swap out itself. I'm going to parting shots, I'm going to get something's going to get decreased anyway, so that's fine. Baneful Bunker. I don't remember if this goes through protections. Yeah, it doesn't, but I do get leftover, so he knows what I'm trying to do now, Len. So he could try to swap back out. So I'm still going to do it low. I think it's the best bet that I have. So parting shot. He knows what I'm doing. He most likely will try to attack me, because Crobat's going to take some good damage, which is unfortunate. So Crobat's going to come in, it's going to get down to like 35. Can I tank a Scald though as a cost? Oh, Poison Jab, I can tank that. Poison Jab? It's a physical attack in Toxic Specs, not the Scald set trying to go for the burn. Interesting. Anyway, quickly get the roost off. We definitely need to get this roost off because that Scald is going to kill me if not. Next turn I need to defog, because obviously... Oh, he actually still has his Fortress alive. What he should do then is go into this Fortress now to counter this, because obviously Braver won't take it down. We don't have... do we even have a special attacker still? I don't remember if we still have one, do we? Do we? I don't think we do it? Do we? I think Nidoking was only special attacker. Gets a burn on the first one. Unfortunately, we don't have a Aromatherapy on this team. Which, like I did say, Sawsbuck could run that if he really wanted to, but I'm not really a big fan of that. Santa's a special attacker with... that could actually take on the Salamence. But I gotta quickly defog, I gotta get rid of these spikes. I'm gonna try... He's actually gonna withdraw Salamence. That is fine. Not really, but I mean, it's a thing that we have to deal with now. I'm gonna U-turn VR speed at 130 base to 120. So just quickly U-turn. I could Brave Bird for the damage, but I don't think it's worth it. U-turn for the like 1 health, because we are burnt. And go back into the Persian. Although he's gonna swap back out, so we've got to be very careful. Plus, we've got to be very careful about the Dragon Dance, so that's gonna be very scary. Obviously, Persian, I believe, can tank 1+1, although that is it. So, foul play it. Is it gonna go? Is it just gonna KO us? If it is gonna just one-hit shot us, okay, it's actually just gonna swap out, so that's fine. Fortress is gonna try and set up again, so foul play it. Sucks because I didn't KO it, but now that is fine. We could go into the Reindeer, try and take it. Actually, Reindeer is not gonna take it down. Could go back into the Crobat actually, but I could taunt it, but it's actually gonna Volt Switch it back out, so actually will it, or will it try set up again? Let's just taunt it, see what it does. Taunt it, so it can't set up Stealth Rocks. Perfect. Okay, now I'm predicting to Volt Switch out, so what I'm gonna do then is I could try to like go into Sancho isn't really that great of an idea, is it? Let's go for the foul play just for the damage. Yeah, I think that's the best option I have. Foul play, just a little bit of damage. He's gonna... Oh, critical hit as well, nice. Volt Switch, predicted. He should go into the Jolteon now, which, again, don't really have anything for the Jolteon, really. Oh, it's actually gonna go into the Heatran. Okay, this thing's a little bit easier to take. Obviously, it's gonna go for a Fire-type move. Crobat would kinda need it for the defog still, and the U-turn chance, but... Persian's very important, Megos is important, Santa definitely important, Sawsbuck isn't going to be that important in this battle, but I still want to keep it low just for the video, so quickly parting shot. We'll go into... this is the problem low. Crobat can't really do anything against the Heatran, which kind of sucks. Because, I mean, that U-turn vantage point is just amazing to have, but I'm going to try and keep the Sawsbuck, so Magma Storm, taking this down to one shot. I'm hoping that I get KO'd this turn by the Magma Storm on the burn chance, or the burn damage. Please take me down. Oh, we actually lived. We could just Brave Bird it then. Oh, we could actually try and Roost, but don't think it's worth it. Let's go for the Brave Bird. We could save it, but not really worth it. I'm just going to KO myself. He's going to go into a Salamence. This is going to do absolutely nothing, but I'll take it. And now what I could do, low, is I could go into my Santa now. Actually, is it really worth it, or is Persian the better option? Let's go back into the Persian, actually. Back into the Persian. Let's go for the foul play. Fortress is very much one shot. If I take on the Fortress, that means I can go for my spikes. But at the same time, I should have probably gone to my Santa, got one layer of Toxic Spikes down. The Fortress should have gone down, so we can't rush spin ourselves Stealth Rock, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. So that'll be amazing. Because also the Stealth Rocks on his team wasn't really going to be that great for him. He only really did hurt my Crobat and my Santa by having set up my Santa yet. So still have that, which is my Destiny Bond set, obviously. So if I am preferring that Dragon Dance, I can just go into that and just Destiny Bond, and that is fine. He's going to withdraw his Salamence and go into his Toxapex. That's fine, I'll play it. That's okay. Quickly Parting Shot then. Just decrease its stats. I don't think it's really going to do anything that awful. We could actually try to get the Metagross, then Headbutt. Ooh, could hit very hard. Santalo for the spikes. I feel like it's a better choice. So I'm going to try this, get one layer of spikes down, but I have to be very careful now, because that means I have no Focus Sash left, which is also very, very scary. So we're going to... Actually, we have Freeze Dry as well, I forgot. Spikes the first turn. He's going to stay in, he's most likely going to try and go for that Poison Jump again then. Right, no, it's actually going to Scald me. I think I can live one of those. I could actually try to set another... Actually, I can live another one of those. The spikes again. We could set up all 3 layers of spikes right now, which would be amazing, clearly. Whew, this is going to be very, very scary, because remember, most of his team... Oh, he has 2 Pokemon, Swellow, which you haven't even seen yet. That's going to be very scary, because it also is a U-turn spammer. I'm not going to win this battle at all, but we can still give it our best try with the Sawsbuck in hand. So there's no spikes. Take that. Take out Toxapex. What are you going to do now? Okay. It does burn me. I think I can live 1. I can. Now what I could actually do, I'm actually going to die from the burn. I could actually try and Destiny Bond it. That would be amazing, right? I could, but I could let's set down another layer of spikes. So everything on this team that's grounded, like the Jolteon, the Heatran, the Fortress, are just going to like almost die instantly. So that's what I'm going to do. Good setup again. We're going to go for the Baneful Bunker. Good job I didn't go for the Destiny Bond. I actually wanted to, just like trying to take this thing down. If it didn't burn me, definitely would have, because it would have just taken itself down, which would be amazing. But Toxapex is down. I've got all my layer spikes down. Metagross is now my best option, just to like spam Zen Headbutt. Could go for Meteor Mash as well, but I am scared of him going for a Scald Burn. He's already got a burn low, so I'm kind of tempted to just Meteor Mash, because I don't think he'll get in the couple of turns, but don't really want to risk it. Earthquake Horn also hits it pretty hard, but just going to Zen Headbutt. Swapping out into his Fortress. It is now down. Now what he's most likely going to go for is his Jolteon or his Salamence. Salamence actually can't really KO me, so that's fine. But also I don't have Stealth Rock, so Flying types is pretty bad for us in general. We didn't need the Toxic Spikes at all. 2 of his Pokemon Steel, 2 of them are Flying. No point just... And one of them is Poison, so just get rid of them, so there's no point trying Toxic Spikes just for a Jolteon. There's no point. So that's the reason why I didn't set loads up, and I just tried to use that as coverage. That Metagross is going to betray me. This is my Metagross, okay? Who do you think was the first person to have a Metagross in Big Bronze? This boy. Because I got it earlier. His weakness is Metagross. Good for me. So, Vex Metagross brings battle back. It's going to be very close, like I've said. The Swellow, Metagross can actually take down fairly easily. Spikes, did a good amount there. Plus I have Earthquake. So, I got him. He's actually going to go for the Protect. I think it has leftovers. Still going to get one shot, let's be honest. Could actually predict him, but he might be predicting me to predict him. I'd rather not give him that advantage point. I'm just going to Earthquake again. Like I said, he might predict me to predict him, so I'm going to the Salamence or the Swellow for the Earthquake. Not going to do that, so take that down. Salamence, again, can't really do too much. Gonna have to go for the Meteor Mash, just don't miss. Shame right now that Mucho's out in the game, so or Earthquake, I can tank one of those. Wait, I outsped him, so... Okay, can I actually bullet punch it? Pokemon damage calculator. Oh, well, how did I live that? Because it's Metagross, it's bulky. Plus, this isn't a fully EV trained Salamence, so I could try to bullet punch it, but that's scary. Metagross. It's not a Nuba's all attacker, but let me quickly put that in. Full. That's Salamence. Probably running the Uber Dragon Dance then. So yeah, I outspeed it. I think it's running the exact same set as. So it has an adamant nature, it looks like, then, which is why I'm outspeeding it. So I guess I'll just Meteor Mash again. He has Meteor Mash again, just don't miss. Attack increase? No, unfortunately. Swallow is still a big problem. I have to pretty much bullet punch it, but if I do bullet punch it, I have Persian and Reindeer, so that's going to be a pretty annoying thing that I have to deal with. It's actually going to protect this turn, so I could actually swap out into Persian for the fake out and the foul play. I'm going to do that. Predict him to go for the protect. Come on, protect. Got him. Killing. Persian can tank one hit. Pretty much that's all. Burn, so now I get to fake out it, obviously. So quickly fake out. Just like a little bit of damage, not going to do too much, but still worth it. By the way, the spike's slow. And I don't know why I'm running the spikes, really. I mean, it's not exactly the best Pokemon, but I kind of like running this team. It's pretty bad, but I kind of like it a lot. Hit by the burn. Obviously, he's going to go for the U-turn, which I'm pretty sure we can tank. So, yeah. Let's go for the parting shots. U-turn, made the right prediction. He's going to U-turn out. Probably into his Toxapex. We get to go into the Metagross lens, so I guess I just get to Zen Headbutt it now. So, swap out, made the right prediction to do that. So, into our Metagross now. All the Reindeer could actually work as well. Actually, the Reindeer probably won't work. Metagross, just Zen Headbutt now, so we have a really good chance of winning. It's 3v3, spikes are down, Jolteon's going to take some good damage. Zen Headbutt, he's going to protect, he is going to protect. I don't get poisoned because I'm a Steel type, so very nice. Hoping Zen Headbutt just doesn't miss, and that's going to be fine. Toxapex could go for the Scald, also I can't one-hit KO it, I'm pretty sure. So, Scald could screw me in this situation, because it's going to do around like 20, 28 hit points, so I will live a Scald. It's going to be for Bunker again, but it failed. I don't know why you did that, but okay, I'll take it. Then Headbutt is actually enough to one-hit KO it. Did not know that, but I'll take it. Now what I gotta do low is I gotta take on the Jolteon. That's gonna be a problem because I have Metagross, I have to bullet punch with it because I'm not gonna live a Thunderbolt. I have Sawsbuck, I was actually gonna go into the Swallow again. Well, I'm just gonna bullet punch it then, just for the damage. I think he might use. Actually, no, he's gonna. What's he gonna do? I'm gonna bullet punch him. This is a good amount. He's gonna Facade. Can I tank it? If I tank that, that would have been amazing. That would have actually been amazing. Okay. Persian. Let's go into the Persian. We got Fake Out, so we're gonna Fake Out. He should swap out. He actually didn't. Nice. Fake Out. Burn is gonna KO. Please KO. Please KO. Just KO. Nice. Okay then. It's a 1v2, but it is a Jolteon. Persian isn't exactly the best for special defense. We all know that. But we have to pretty much foul play. Come on. Thunderbolt. Can I tank it? I can't, but it is a life orb set, so no, it's very low in health. If I return it, I should KO it. But it most likely has Hidden Power Ice. Can I tank a Hidden Power Ice is the question. Can I do it? I gotta just try it. Hidden Power Ice, he can't. Thunderbolt, I resist it. Shadow Ball, I'm a normal type, I'm immune to it. If its Hidden Power is not Ice, I win. Or Hidden Power Ice might not even KO me. So it's a Sawsbuck versus a Jolteon. If I lose, I still gave him a very good run for his money. So I'm actually very happy. Thunderbolt, I tanked it. Hey, don't use Sawsbuck. Am I right? Oh ho ho! Very nice. We won. That was amazing for Sawsbuck. That was freaking amazing. Now that is how you do a Pokemon, how to use it. I don't know how to call it serious. Like how to use this Pokemon reindeer, Sawsbuck. You, my friend, are amazing. Now that was freaking amazing. That could have not been any closer, okay? Because I had a life orb. Did you not have Hidden Power Ice? Let me actually ask him. Does he not have Hidden Power Ice on that, or does he have Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Shadow Ball, no Hidden Power Ice? I actually want to do a damage calculation. Pokemon damage calculator. If he had Hidden Power Ice, I'm pretty sure that would have KO'd me, because that Thunderbolt still did a ton. I was so scared. I thought it might be only do 20 damage. It did freaking, like, what, 68, 62, something like that? Sawsbuck. I think it's a PU Sod. Yeah, I'm using a PU set right now. PU Sawdance. Jolteon. The rarely used attacker. Usually it's Hidden Power Ice. Hidden Power Ice. Wait a minute. Thunderbolt would do around 44%. What's 44% of my health? 133. Wait, so how did I live? How did I live actually? 100. Actually, was that level 50 battles though? That might be like that. Yeah, I think it was level 50 battles, right? So yeah, 44%. Oh no, it was actually done 45%. It would have done 70. So it could have actually killed us with Thunderbolt. Hidden Power Ice would have KO'd us, but it looks like he didn't have it. Did he not have it? I don't know, it looks like he didn't have Hidden Power Ice. But anyway, I'm going to leave off there for the battles. I'll be back in a second for some damage calculations. Okay then, now we are back then. So I've done some speeds calculations, which only took like 5 minutes to be honest, just to be able to do this. But I found out that with if you want to run a chlorophyll set, I found out this is like around pretty much like the best that you could probably get. Honestly, choice items aren't in the game yet, but if you also they will be in the game eventually. So I might as well prepare for them now, just so when they are in the game, you don't have to rebreed for new Pokemon. Plus, even if you do get this set, it doesn't really hurt it just to have this while it's in the game. Because I'm pretty sure with this specific set, I think, let me have a quick look. Do you outspeed 180 Pokemon? Yeah, you should outspeed. No, you just don't outspeed 180. If you want to outspeed 180, I guess you just want to run this set, just 108 in the speeds, and then you should outspeed 180, which is Deoxys. But again, that's not in the game either, so I'd suggest just running 100 speed. You don't really need to worry about Deoxys. If you really worry about Deoxys, then sure, increase your speed a little bit, but you should be fine. But obviously, for this set, we want to be running also Chlorophyll. We have Adamant Nature, and we have a Life Orb, although you could run like Grass EMZ with this one, which would be completely fine. I suggest though just run Life Orb, just a little bit more damage, or you could run a Focus Sash if you are really worried about just certain Pokemon that speeding you. But with this specific set, obviously, if you look at this Garchomp's probably like one of the fastest Pokemon you'll see have a Choice Scarf. Not really many people run a Choice Scarf Garchomp, but I mean there might be some people who want to run it, which also 102 base speed. Also, most Pokemon that are Choice Scarfed are usually like 100 base or lower than 100 base, plus this Garchomp is also 102 base. Just in case some people might run it, we might as well try and just to outspeed those, and it doesn't really hurt us. So got a Jolly Garchomp, just in case, again, it won't be weird, because also with a Choice Scarf, you usually run Adamant, but just in case we're in Jolly with a Scarf, to make sure that we just outspeed them, just take no damage and hit them first, it'll be completely fine. So then, for this set, obviously, as you can see, a Choice Scarf, I'm going to quickly pull up a calculator so you guys can see, and we're just going to put it around like right here. But for Garchomp, he has a 333 speed on level 100. Also, if you multiply that by 1.5 times, which also is the Choice Scarf, it'll give it, I'm not sure if it rounds up or rounds down, let's just say it rounds up, just to like make sure that we're correct about it. So it'll give us a 500 speed. For the Sawsbuck Slow, we have, quickly put that one, put it back on, But for the Sawsbucks right now, if we have 100 EVs in speed with an adamant nature, so we're not increasing our speed, we're making sure that we hit as hard as possible, we can have 200. We'll have 251. Multiply that by 2 since it's chlorophyll. It doubles the speed in sunlight. That means we'll have a base speed or just a speed stat of 502. So we outspeed the Garchomp by just a couple of stats, which is amazing. That means we know Garchomp can outspeed us. At level 50, I think it's the same. I actually didn't check this one. At level 50, is it still the same? Can we still outspeed it? Let's have a quick look. 169 times 1.5. Oh no, 1.5 is 254. Just say 254. 254. Yep, we still speed at level 50 as well, so don't really need to worry about that. But most people in Big Bronze battle at like level 100s anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But this lets us outspeed just base 102 Pokemon with a choice item. But like I said, usually Garchomps don't run them. It's mainly like Pokemon that are like 100 base. But with this set, with a Chlorophyll, also want to be running it in the sun. There's no point in running this set if you aren't running the sun team. So you might want like a drought Pokemon like Charizard Y, if you don't want to run Charizard Y because that's Stealth Rock damage. I guess Torkoal, I don't really know any. I think that's like the only 2 Pokemon you have for Drought, which kind of sucks. Or you could just set up your own Sunday. But with this set as well, if you really wanted to, instead of running the Jump Kick, you could actually run the Synthesis, because also in this Synthesis on its own only heals up 50% of your health. If it's Hail or Sandstorm, or I think as well Rain, you only get healed up, I believe, around 33%. I sneeze. But in the sun, I like I just quickly move on. You will get an increase of 75%, or it's either 66.6% or 66%, or 75% you'll get healed, which also is really, really good. And because we aren't using everything into speed and attack, we can put 100 into speed to outspeed 102 base speed Pokemon with Choice Scarce, which also increases their speed by 1.5 times. We can put the rest of our hit points, or rest of our EVs, into hit points to make us also a little bit more tanky, and then the Synthesis could actually be completely justifiable. So it really depends. Plus, with this little bit of EVs, it makes us a little bit more bulky, so we can tank those hits that we weren't really meant to tank. I think for this is okay, but also with this set, I think it's the best one because it's the best one I can think of. Again, items completely your choice. You could actually run a Z Grassium Z, but at 10% even more stat increase, I feel like it's definitely worth it. Just like make sure that we're trying to like kill things as quickly as possible. In the sun, obviously none of our moves get increased. I'm pretty sure Horn Leech doesn't get increased, Return doesn't get increased. We don't have any fire type moves, unfortunately. I don't think we can learn any. Kind of sucks, but that's fine. But also make sure that we outspeed things and also run the Adamant with a Life Orb to try and make sure that we are hitting things as hard as possible. And even with this set, I'd probably wouldn't even say run Return. I'd just say to run a Double Edge. I mean, with this team, you want to try and hit things as hard as possible and try and take them out of the game as quickly as possible. So, I mean, if you Double Edge, you'll take, what? You'll do 80%, and I'm pretty sure you take, is it 1/3 recoil? So, I mean, against the Garchomp, I guess, it's not really that good, but I mean, it just really depends. I'd probably just run Return, but to be honest, I'm pretty sure if you want to run this set, I'd honestly just suggest running Double Edge. I don't really see the point just running Return, because it's a lot more damage, to be honest, and like I said, we're trying to get that damage down. But I feel like the 2 sets that you can run Sawsbuck, this one also is pretty good, especially once Choice Scarce are in the game. We don't really have to worry about those now. Right now I'm running the Sap Zipper version, just like getting a stack increase, but to be honest, I kind of like this version a little bit more better because it does give me that extra bulk, but it doesn't mean I have to run a Sun team, which I don't really want to run Charizard Y, to be honest. It's pretty garbage, especially when Stealth Rock's in the game, because those are very common. But anyway, that's it for Sawsbuck. Let's get into some battles and show off for a little bit.